Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 7573 2-in-1. Alright, this is a 15-inch. But anyways, we're going to be using a screwdriver and a JIS1 screwdriver bit. Okay, so we'll use this. And what happened to my screwdriver? Here we go. Alright. So we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom. You want to keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. It looks like that screw is actually staying in place. I don't know if all of them are going to be like that, but let's see. Okay, so far they seem to be holding themselves in place. Okay. Alright, so we'll continue. Alright, it looks like these screws all stay attached to the bottom cover, but if they do come out, make sure to keep them in order. I put them like with the top flat side down on my desk in the power and I remove them. That way I can make sure I put them back in the right spot. Alright, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, so this is what I mean. I put the screws flat side down like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue like that. We got the 4 down here that seem to come out. These other 3 seem to be held in place. Hopefully they won't fall out when I go to pop the cover off, but for now they seem to be attached to the cover. Okay, yeah, especially the back one. Okay, usually these screws, when they hold themselves in place, it kind of helps pry the cover up a little, but this one doesn't seem to do that. We can try and pry it here. Okay, that works. So I got my fingernails in there and I pushed on the hinge you saw to pop that out. We're going to try the same thing with this. So fingernails in the gap, push with my fingernails, and that worked. Right, then we'll go around the edges and just continue popping it up like that. Okay, then we're going to kind of work our way like this and wiggle it, and there we go. This came out pretty easily. Make sure the screws don't fall out anywhere, or you can just keep the cover up like that. But there we go. That's what they look like. And they have, I don't know if you can see, they have little washers that help hold the screws in place. Okay, it's a little dusty, but not too bad. I think this customer had me do something for their computer a couple of years ago, because I saw a video and I think the numbers on it were the same. So, yeah. This time their battery's bad. Let me show you. Sorry, I'm cleaning all the dust out of here real quick. So I have a trash can off to the side and I'm just using a toothbrush and brushing out the dust. And then once it's loosened up, you just use like an air blower. I have an electric one, but I might as well, I'll just do it in here. I'll probably take it outside in a bit to clean out the fan better. But for now, we'll just do that. Okay, there we go. All right, so the fan, I like to kind of hold it and then brush it like this. And I hold it so that it doesn't just freely spin while I'm brushing it. And that way I can kind of brush it better. The dust is very minimal on here, so I probably don't need to take it outside. I can probably just use the air blower for it. But yeah, all right, there we go. Yep, not bad. All right, so since the other repair I did on this was a long time ago, I'll show kind of close up again all the components. First thing we're going to do is remove the battery here. Right, this isn't necessary for replacing the RAM or the hard drive or SSD. Excuse me, but if you are messing with the screen cables or the motherboard and other things, it's best to remove the battery first. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and undo the screws here. The battery model number is right down there, WDX0R. So if you need a replacement battery, you'll want to order that. You do want to open up your computer to check, make sure your battery is the same if you can. I mean, this one's easy enough to open, so might as well do that. All right, there's only 4 screws holding the battery in place, and then once you remove those 4 screws, we should be able to just lift this out carefully. Okay, you want to be careful because the cable's connected here and it's connected on 2 spots. We technically only need to disconnect this one, so if you grab here, you can kind of wiggle the battery as you're holding it, and there we go. Okay, and then there you go. So this battery doesn't look too bad, but it's a little bit inflated. Let me see if I get the replacement one. So the aftermarket one, they removed the Dell logo here. You can see 42 watt hours, WDX0R, and you can see actually the battery pack here, it's indented, right? You can see it's like going in inside, and then on here it's kind of bulging out, it's inflated. Usually that happens when the computer is just sitting plugged in and never being used on battery. So it's best to disconnect it if your computer's off and just sitting. All right, you can see the trackpad under here has some screws if you want to replace it. I don't know what this up piece here, I'm not going to take that out, has these little cables, or that you can flip these latches to remove them. Okay, I just use my fingernails. You want to be careful when using tools, because sometimes you'll end up flicking it too hard or something and then damaging it. This is the keyboard backlight cable. The latch is back here, and then you can pull it out this way, but I'm going to leave that. Right, keyboard cable here. You got this little cable for the light on the front. Speaker cable here, and then the wire goes along to the other speaker all the way over here. Speakers aren't held in with screws, they're just held in with these little plastic things that have like little protrusions. So if you want to take it out, you kind of just have to pull it out, and then you'll have to get the rubber piece back on. There's a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive slot with the connector included here. But as you can see, it's not being used. The connector's right there. You would just push it on. So basically this piece, you would turn it that way, and then you would just push it on. Okay, and I'm not gonna do anything with that. You got the BIOS CMOS RTC real-time clock battery here. Very simple. You just grab that, you kind of just wiggle it to pull out the battery. There's a M.2 SATA SSD here, I think. Is this? Yeah, it's SATA. It says SATA right there. I don't know if this motherboard supports PCIe NVMe. I'm assuming it does. As you can see, the notch is here. Let me actually get a PCIe NVMe SSD just to show, because sometimes people are saying, depending if the notch is here or here, then it's SATA. But I'm pretty sure I always see the notch there. So let me go get an SSD and see. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So we got an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here. Oops, I'm opening it backwards. Okay. And if you look at this, let's see here. See, the notch is at the bottom here on this one, and that's where the notch is here. So if what they're saying is correct, that it's just based on the notch, then this definitely supports PCIe NVMe. But don't quote me on that, because sometimes I've seen where the notch is always on this side, and then it's still only a SATA SSD. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Anyways, let me go ahead and continue showing everything else. You got this connector here. Oh, by the way, if you're messing with the LCD LVDS cable and stuff here, make sure after disconnecting the battery that you open up the laptop and then press and hold down the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. Makes it a lot safer to work on these, because the capacitors do hold some power in there, and if the voltage and stuff is too high, you can fry the backlight circuit, you can fry this cable, you can even fry your screen. All right, so there's that. This one is most likely for the touchscreen. If not, it might be for the camera and the microphones. Anyways, you got the DC jack charge port connector right there. It looks like you can get this one out pretty easily. There's one screw holding it down, so you take that screw and then you can lift it out. If it's tucked underneath the hinge, you might have to take the hinge screws out to kind of lift it up a little bit. Usually to do that, what I do is I would open the laptop slightly. Okay, so I would open it up like this slightly so that it kind of holds itself up and you can get your hand in between the two layers. And then you undo the screws and you carefully just lower it a tiny bit. But you want to be careful because these cables are here, so you don't want to rip those cables out while doing that. So just be careful. Hopefully you don't have to remove the hinge for, or raise the hinge for that. All right, you got the wireless card here. Just like every other model, there's the two antennas. They're underneath this metal piece. Not all of them have this metal piece, but you take the screw out, and then if you want to disconnect the antennas, you go from the tail and pull it up. Don't try and pry from up here. Okay, and if you need, there's the Intel dual band wireless AC 7265 model 7265 NGW. Okay, this board is removable. I don't know why it looks like there's nothing connected here, but on some models it looks like that would be an Ethernet port. Yeah, it looks like this would, I think, an Ethernet port. Okay, so I don't know why they don't put one there. Then you got the USB port here, and the SD card slot. Again, this board is replaceable. If something happens to this board, your BIOS might not work too. So if you replace this battery and for some reason your date and time keeps getting reset, this board might be bad. Okay, also it controls your Wi-Fi and all this other stuff, so all right, but at least it's replaceable, so if anything goes wrong, you got that. All right, CPU is soldered to the motherboard, and then we got the RAM here. It looks like they're only using one slot on this computer, but there are two. You can pull these two tabs away from the RAM, it pops up, and then you can pull this out. And the RAM here is PC4 2400T, so you can use any PC4 2400T if you want. You can upgrade it with another 16 gigs and have 32 gigs total. But make sure it's PC4 2400T, sorry, PC4 2400T. Okay, to put it back in, wait, there's some corrosion on there. Let me make sure to get that out. Okay, to get it back, just go at an angle like that and then click it down, and there we go. All right, very simple. Not really much else to show in here, I don't think. I'm not going to be taking things apart, so let's go ahead now and get this. Oh, I didn't mention, of course, obviously, there's the fan connector there, and the fan is here. It does look removable without taking everything else apart. And there's one screw here, but you will have to remove this cable. So to get that out, you might have to also take the SSD out. SSD basically is like the RAM one screw instead of the tabs, and then it pops up and you can pull it out. Okay, battery, if you're replacing the cable, make sure you have the cable the right direction with these metal gold pins facing up. Right, then we just line this up in here, and then I use my fingernail on the plastic, all right, to push the cable in. You don't want to try and push the wires like that because then you'll end up damaging all those wires. So just pushing, I'm using my fingernail on the plastic part of it to push it in. Okay, and it looks like it's in all the way. Okay, so we're going to rotate this, and then we basically just line it back up and get the screws in, and we should be good to go. All right, very simple, straightforward, and yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get these screws back in. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. Also leave a comment because YouTube's algorithm likes that. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. My dream is to hopefully one day that all these videos are enough to pay to where I can kind of do the computer repairs maybe cheaper, or I can go traveling and do other stuff, because right now I pretty much work almost 24/7 doing this stuff, and it's hard for me to take a vacation. Yeah, I'm gonna be uploading videos soon of like a trip I just went on with family, and the only thing that made that possible was my dad was kind of paying for a lot of it, so other than my personal spending there. So yeah, I'm hoping that I don't have to rely on that kind of stuff anywhere going in the future, that I can just pay for all of that myself. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get this all back together. Very simple, just get this all lined back up. Okay, and then just push it down, click the front in first, then go around the back. And again, these screws are kind of like, because they're held in place, you want to make sure these go in right. So I twist this backwards to hear it click, and then I'll twist it in. Okay, all right, there we go. And I'm gonna just loosely fit these screws in first. Okay, and then once we get that, I'm gonna make sure everything's clipped in, looks good. Okay, and now we can go ahead and tighten it all back together. All right, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching. You're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in and power it back up. But yeah, that's all there is. All right, let's get all these screws back in. I don't know if I got a good thumbnail for this because I wasn't really paying attention to doing that, but we'll see. Anyways, last two screws. Okay, and let's go ahead and power this thing up now. All right, open it up. Power it up. we got the Dell logo. So we should be good to go. Yep, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this spike.